Do you know what I saw when you showed me the start of this video? I saw the big yellow car, I saw him standing there, and I thought, Mr. Bean's doing well for himself, isn't he?
The top comment is, love him or hate him, the man knows business. Right?
People eat yaks.
Mate, people eat kangaroo balls. We've been speaking about animals today. Jeffree Star, of all people, not saying he's an animal. He's certainly done some animalistic things in his time, but we've been speaking about cats. Big poo, stinky poo cats, especially Doodles the cat. Jeffree Star, mainly known for a lot of things, including makeup particularly, then all the other bad stuff, which we don't need to go through today. Randomly, after a little controversy, he said, I'm just going to go open a yak farm. You know what a yak is?
Oh, I'm going to sound like a right.
Go on.
It's a bit like a llama. Close.
I don't know if it is, mate.
Oh, no.
So firstly, take Doodles the cat and then make it like a cow and you've got a yak.
For some reason, that is hard to process, that image in my head.
you got a big ginger cat.
Let me just see what a yak is.
All right.
Aren't his horns massive?
Insane.
They're so big.
All I know about Jeffree Star,
Yeah.
right, the only thing I know, and this just shows how incompetent I am on the internet.
Mate, you're not incompetent. You are just not as mentally ill as the rest of us. Because anybody that knows anything other than about Jeffree Star, like further than the bloke does makeup, is probably, like myself, on some form of medication.
All I know is the geezer sells makeup.
He moved away, started a yak farm, and people at first were like, love it, mate. Don't know why you're doing this. And Jeffree was like, I'm not slaughtering them. I'm just having them. Right. And I'm like, well, you're obviously going to kill them. And you're obviously going to sell them because why else would you start up a farm, right?
Do people eat yaks?
Mate, people eat kangaroo balls. And some people even in a corrupt society maybe even will eat
Yeah, but you only have nibble on the old sack if you're in the jungle.
Mate, I think a few people in this world have had a nibble on the old sack. I think Jeffree Star might have had a nibble on the old sack occasion.
Yeah, you don't go around eat.
Nothing wrong with an old nibble on the sack.
You don't go around eat. This is a hill I'm willing to die on. You are not eating kangaroo bollocks unless you're forced into it.
Mate, if somebody handed me a plate of kangaroo balls right now, I'd gargle on them.
Gargle on them.
Like my life depends on it.
Like it's a good old fucking bottle of Listerine.
Yeah, mate, that's nothing wrong. I'm not going to gargle. I was going to pull up my drink. I'm not doing it. I'm not full into that pit of the podcast yet. We're not quite on episode 10. When should we get past the barrier where nobody listens to this thing anymore? So he's not selling yak balls. He's selling yak meat. And people weren't happy about this because he basically, the bloke promised to I don't know. I just like, there's nothing really I can actually say like that's introspective and deep. And people always get mad being like, I was really expecting some fucking heavy hit and take. So I'm like, guys, we're speaking about Doodles the cat, my cat from 2006 that used to rub shit on itself and then shat on my dad's motorbike. Yeah, we're not speaking about
anything. Sometimes get some big old paragraphs just because one of us has said something like, oh, yak balls would be tasty, wouldn't they?
To be fair, I reckon kangaroo balls are very chewy. And if you put a little bit of salt on them, maybe even a bit of soy sauce, you may be in for a good time.
I think yak balls are quite like tender.
I think yak balls are doodlish.
I think they taste a bit like the Frey Bentos alien meatballs.
Why the fuck do you keep bringing up Frey Bentos? I know. I think it's a type of sausage, right? We know it's a pie, isn't it?
It's a tin pie.
Mate, if you're eating a pie from a tin, just take a look in the fucking mirror and get some self-respect.
With your fucking steak and ale dribbling from your mouth.
Mate, there's nothing funnier to me than the thought of Jeffree Star eating a Frey Bentos.
He's got his big old yak farm. He's got like all the best meat in the state. And then he's just like, I'm just going to put this Frey Bentos in the oven.
I think that the Frey Bentos meat supply comes from the Jeffree Star yak farm.
I wouldn't be surprised, mate.
And it's all it's not they take the yak, they throw it in the bin, but they just like snip off the balls. They just fucking shove it in Frey Bentos.
There we go. That's 10 Frey Bentos pies right there.
But people really, really weren't happy because they were like, oh, I can't believe he's slaughtering the little yaks. Firstly, if you're a yak, I'm feeling bad for you because not only have you been born into a species with the name yak, you're now part of Jeffree Star's empire. I can't get mad at a man selling meat. I consume meat. Like I love a little burgerino.
Yeah,
I do. I had one just now, and it had a little pickle in it. And we know how I feel about pickles. We know.
Don't fucking do it.
I might have to do it.
Don't do it, mate.
I was eating the burger, and you said to me there was a pickle, and I was like, Jesus, there was, and I was like, I can hear something. It's coming from my mouth. I was like, Please don't do it. Don't do it. I'm being real. I hope Jeffree Star's watching this. Jeffree, I'm sorry.
If people thinking I really want a good take on the Jeffree Star Jack farm.
Mate, I'm sorry, but if you're fucking wanting a good take on Jeffree Star selling yak balls to the fucking public, don't come here. Just don't, because there are bigger things going on in the world. For one, Doodles the cat and Muffet, they're doing certain things.
I'm fucking bored if you got to go from like, oh, you're selling all this like makeup, you're like fucking making a ton of money from it, and you go, oh, I'm just gonna start yak farm.
Mate, this is why I want to speak about it. But before we go any further, I do just want to interject, and yes, this is non-podcast Fraser. I do want to say, as you've probably guessed, could you please subscribe to the podcast? Because, you know, we're a brand new channel, we haven't got as many subscribers as we'd like, and we want to be around 20,000 subs by the end of the year. That would be absolutely amazing. So if you could do us a big old favour and subscribe to the channel before I send Nick Avocado to your house at 3 a.m, please do so, because I'd really appreciate it. And also, that was a joke, YouTube. I'm not actually threatening anybody other than the people that aren't subscribed to this channel. Thank you very much. Please subscribe. Let's continue. I do not care about this topic whatsoever. I am just fascinated by the fact that this bloke, he's got a net worth of like $300 million. He's one of the most hated men on the internet, but he's also kind of loved by a lot of people. And he saw all of that fame, he saw all of that money, and he thought, one day, I'm just going to fucking move and I'm going to open a yak farm. And I don't know why, but that is so incredible to me. And
it's pretty out there, isn't it?
It's just to a level of where I'm like, what? Like, how many little spleefs did he have to get to that point?
And then at the end of every day, he can sit down and think about all the atrocities he committed on yaks. But at least he can sit down at the end of the day, mate, and go, my name Jeff.
I never even thought about that. Mate, do you think Jeffree Star has ever said, my name Jeff?
He says
Mate,
it to
on this podcast, we keep bringing back the fucking deadest jokes, and it is awful.
Yeah,
and these sick bastards listening are gonna laugh at it, and I don't know fucking why.
Just you wait till you find out that Doodles has cheeseburger.
Fucking Doodles eating his fucking feasties cheeseburger with his pickle root inside it.
Show me the yak farm.
We've got to look at the yak farm.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Star Yak Ranch. And also, welcome back to my channel. Hi, how are ya?
I don't know why, but there's something so fucking dystopian about it. Mate, Jeffree Star is just in his massive fucking yellow shiny car in front of like literally the middle of nowhere.
What the fuck? What is going on here? It's like it's like an episode of Black Mirror. It's like, what are we looking at?
I said in my video I recorded today, the simulation fucking broke when Jeffree Star was captured in newspapers in Wigan train station. I'm not even fucking joking.
Do you know what? There is nothing interesting about that whatsoever.
Mate, no.
There's a man in Wigan.
No. Are you telling me that's not interesting?
Fair enough, mate.
just fucking, mate. He is in one of the worst places on planet Earth. Like we spoke about some like the poorest place on planet Earth. But imagine you go to fucking Wigan.
Do you know what?
Send the Mr. Beast YouTubers to Wigan. This is what they'll find.
Do you know what Jeffree Star's thinking there? He's thinking, 1-0, Will Grigg up the ticks. Come on.
I would love to see fucking Jeffree Star and Will Grigg share a little spleef together.
Do you know what I saw when you showed me the start of this video? I saw the big yellow car. I saw him standing there, and I thought, Mr. Bean's doing well for himself, isn't he?
He is Mr. fucking Bean. Let's continue with this fucking dystopian nightmare.
Right, go on.
Now, in today's video, we are here in Casper, Wyoming at the Star Yak Ranch.
What is he holding?
It's a stuffed yak.
Mate, I think that might be fucking Doodles. Mate, I'm not even joking.
Wait, post-mortem.
He's got my fucking dead cat. Mate, Jeffree Star's nicked my fucking dead stinky shit cat. I love the idea. Jeffree Star just goes, his fucking eyes start like watering. It fucking expand. He's got the fucking Doodles disease.
It's like the cheese touch.
Jeffree Star got the fucking cheese touch.
Fucking head just explodes.
Is this with the hair as well? It's like fucking hell. Eminem really did fall off, didn't he?
And there has been a just endless amount of questions about the ranch. So many people want to meet the yaks up close and personal. We want to talk about breeding, pets, meat, food, and the whole charade. And yes, girl, we've been making headlines, so let's come take a tour of the Star Yak Ranch. Finally, after a year of so many secrets, let's take a little ride.
The first person meets them, the fucking yak just fucking yeets them out of the fucking
Like
Mate, who the fuck? I'm sorry, but who the fuck is asking to meet a yak?
Jeffree Star said here, we want to talk about breeding. Who the fuck is going to a yak farm and going, I want to see how they do it?
I like the idea that this 19-minute, 45-second video is just Jeffree Star vlogging his yak shagging. Should we skip forward to get to
You want
to
to see some yaks fuck? You're in the right place, my dude.
Fucking yak. I need Jeffree Star to be the guy who ends every sentence with my dude. My dude. Hey guys, and welcome back to my yak farm, my dude.
Now, the Star Yak Ranch is now at over 600 acres, and the yaks just get to be grass-fed and chill and live in their environment.
The best part is like the top comment is love him or hate him. The man knows business. I'm like, mate, he's just got some yaks to shag and then he's fucking cut them up and sold them. He goes, the man knows business and he knows how to get big dollar signs. Getting into the food business at this time in history is a gold mine, implying that fucking 3,000 years ago, they weren't eating food. They were just, they were just surviving on oxygen back then.
You know what's booming at the moment?
Fucking food.
Fucking food.
Wait until Jeffree Star discovers water. Then he's making the big bucks. I just love that this is like full-on drama. Like there is like, again, no hate, like, but there are like, I mean, this video itself is probably gonna be like 26 minutes long, but there are like full-on tea videos about this. The beauty YouTuber accused of slaughtering his own pets. Jeffree Star speaks.
No, right. I'm a pescatarian. I eat fish.
I'm not judging your dietary choices.
Yeah, cool. I'm just saying, I'm pescatarian, right? And even I am not looking at someone that owns a yak farm and going, what a vile person.
Yeah, no, look, if I was to sit on here and say to these guys right now, I am so sick that Jeffree Star has opened up a yak farm. I mean, for one, I'd be a hypocrite because I literally ate a big old Pickle Rick cheeseburger earlier. And then secondly, again, I eat fucking meat. But thirdly, no, I don't care. Like, I mean, like, mate, for one, this probably, honestly, in terms of like meat production, like we're going to be serious here. It's probably like better for the animals, like how they're made in like, you know, when you get like cheap meat and it's like they're put in like slaughterhouses, they can't even roam. Like at least these animals are roaming. Like as much as like it's still like cruel, like slaughtering animals, whether even if you eat meat, you can acknowledge it's cruel. Like at least they're seemingly having a decent life. And it's like, I'm not going to get mad at like, because I feel like traditional farming is probably the best way to go about like selling meat and dairy products and stuff like that and eggeronis and stuff. You know what I mean?
I just fucking find if someone's woken up and seen that person buys yak farm and they've gone, no!
I had some of the biggest wins of my entire career, and I had some of the biggest losses of my entire life.
Despite being one of YouTube's biggest names, Jeffree Star's journey on the platform can hardly be characterized as smooth sailing. But after being faced with life-changing event after life-changing event,
I lost the love of my life. Blink of an eye, my Rolls Royce flipped and flipped.
It is kind of funny watching the beginning of this because it's like you're watching this and you're thinking you're about to find out that Jeffree Star slaughtered 7 families. The only person he slaughtered is Doodles' family of yaks.
If Jeffree Star bummed a yak, fair enough, that's not
if
right.
Jeffree Star bummed a yak, look back at that fucking sentence and hear what you just said, my friend. Think about that for a second, man. Do you think Jeffree Star's been bumming yaks?
I need to have a fucking good look at myself.
You do. Get some fucking respect for yourself. You're sick. I'm just trying to sip on my Fanta Fruit Twist Zero Sugar. And you're bringing up Jeffree Star bumming yaks. Firstly, the phrase fucking bumming. That implies that it's consensual. I don't think a yak can consent to some good old Jeffree bumming. Sorry, I should not be saying that.
I don't know the yak's not doing that.
Just shut up, man. No. I like the fact that they're like aiming at like Jeffree Star's just like killed a family of 6 or some shit. The reality is, bloke's selling a few cheeseburgers on the side.
has Jeffree found his purpose in a new location with some larger-than-life pets? Or is the makeup titan about to snap in the worst way possible?
You know the memes that come out where it's like humans will be able to don't know, fucking flying 30 years.
Yeah.
And then it's like, they show like chlorinated chicken. I'm bringing that up again.
Why are you bringing up chlorinated chicken again?
Just fucking a bit peckish, mate.
A little bit peckish?
A little bit peckish.
Pecorino?
Little nibble. Legitimate.
Jeffree, send us some legitimate yak meat and we will be sure to gargle on those yak balls. Carry on.
Give me your fucking yak balls now.
That sounded intense. What were you saying? You were speaking about how we were going to have flying cars in 30 years.
But yeah, instead it's like humans can fly in 30 years and then it's like Jeffree Star, yak farm.
And although the local Star Tribune suggested the openly gay Jeffree might not have the easiest ride in a state that can be suspicious of outsiders and has a record of homophobic incidents.
Mate, the fucking yaks just don't like the gay.
Mate, I was about to say, they're talking about the yaks.
I love the idea that yaks don't have any sentient thoughts other than they don't like gay people.
Jeffree's out here to save the gay community. There's only one way we can stop homophobia in this world. Colder yaks.
You get like those fucking documentaries of where Louis Theroux goes and finds like a lot of alt-right figures, or like this one guy goes to like the fucking leader of the KKK. They've got to like try and convince them that their views are wrong. You've got Jeffree doing the same thing, but instead of like the KKK, he's going over to fucking Yak Central, like finding the fucking main yak.
Jeffree Star put mics to a yak for 3 hours and tries to make a documentary about it.
Just fucking mooing the whole time.
Yeah.
So what do you think about straight people? Moo. What do you think about gay people? Moo.
But then in the very last second, the fucking yak just goes, it's just not fucking right, is it? The yak goes, it's just not natural.
The first animal to say a fucking English word other than a fucking parrot is Jeffree Star's homophobic. And mate, people are mad that he started killing them. There's a fucking reason he's killing them.
It's for the greater good.
Well, yeah, I don't think we can say that actually, can we? No, I think we're like insinuating we're for a certain thing. We're not. But no, I don't give a shit that Jeffree Star's opened up a yak farm. I just like the idea that Jeffree Star has a homophobic yak.
I've got two thoughts right now.
All right.
It's one, let Jeffree Star be Jeffree Starving.
No, mate, trust me, you don't want to be doing that. That leads to some things which probably aren't good for society. Like we're speaking about hateful things. We don't want that.
Try again. Right.
Say it again.
Right. I've got one thing on my mind in that case, and it's I really need a wee.